Vermont lawmaker introduces bill to criminalize public nudity. House Bill H.683 would apply even on private property visible from public areas. By Evan Nix. Vermont, long known for having one of the most permissive public nudity policies in the United States, may soon see that distinction disappear. A bill introduced in the Vermont House of Representatives would create a statewide ban on public nudity, making it a criminal offense to expose the pubic area, genitals, or buttocks in public view. House Bill H.683, introduced on January 14, 2026, proposes penalties of up to 6 months in jail or a fine of up to $500. The bill's sponsors are Representatives Gregory Burt of Cabot, Michael Tagliavia of Corinth, and Kenneth Wells of Brownington. After its introduction, H.683 was read for the first time and referred to the House Committee on Judiciary, where it awaits further actions such as public hearings and possible amendments. If passed, H.683 would add a new section to Title 13 of Vermont law defining public nudity and criminalizing exposure when a person is visible to others in a public place. The draft language includes private property visible from public areas, such as front yards, in its scope. Exceptions in the bill would allow nudity in spaces intended for such conduct, such as changing rooms, and permit municipalities to adopt bylaws that designate certain public areas or events where nudity is allowed. Vermont's legal framework has historically made it an outlier among U.S. states. Under existing law, public nudity itself is not explicitly prohibited so long as a person does not disrobe in public view, a distinction that has allowed practices like skinny dipping and non-sexual nudity to exist with relatively little legal conflict. This approach has often been cited as one of the most relaxed public nudity standards in the country. That statewide permissiveness has already begun to narrow at the local level. In September 2025, Burlington enacted an ordinance banning public nudity in most city spaces, ending the city's long-running de facto tolerance of occasional public nudity. The ordinance introduced escalating civil fines while preserving exemptions for permitted events such as protests, parades, and the University of Vermont's Naked Bike Ride. At the time, Burlington became one of several Vermont municipalities to impose local restrictions, even as state law remained broadly permissive. H.683 would extend that shift statewide, replacing Vermont's patchwork of local rules and legal gray areas with a uniform criminal standard, while still allowing municipalities to designate specific clothing-optional spaces or permit nude events under local authority. Where the bill stands now. As of early February 2026, H.683 has not been scheduled for a committee hearing, and the Judiciary Committee has no recorded meetings, documents, or witness testimony related to the bill. This early stage means there is opportunity for public engagement and testimony as the legislative session progresses. Residents and advocates interested in responding to H.683 can engage in several ways. Track committee listings for upcoming Judiciary Committee hearings on H.683. These are posted on the Vermont Legislature's official website. Contact bill sponsors directly. Representative Gregory Burt's office contact information is publicly available through the Legislative Directory, as are contacts for the other sponsors. Submit testimony during committee hearings or written comments to committee members. The legislature's rules allow witnesses to provide views prior to or during hearings. Connect with local civil liberties or naturist organizations in Vermont to coordinate responses and share information with legislators and the public about the implications of the bill. Planet Nude will continue tracking and reporting on this story as it progressing.
We hope you're enjoying Planet Nude. If so, please consider a paid subscription. Your membership comes with exclusive content and supports our work. Subscribe at www.planetnude.co.